everybody. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of All in Sports. It's your man, Lee Ice. As you can see, we are joined by somebody said, that's not your son. That's not your son. Tell him who you are, Brian.
I'm your son, Brian. Son Brian.
Y'all heard it from the horse's mouth. My son, Brian, y'all. And, of course, we got the big dog himself, Hill. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, Lee Ice? Brian, how y'all doing today?
Good, man.
Sound tired today, buddy. You all right?
I'm tired, Lee Ice.
We'll carry you. We'll carry you. Carry us so long, we're going to carry you. Hey, man, let's thank everybody for tuning in last week's show and thank everybody for tuning in this week's show. Like I always say, I hope we can entertain y'all doing what we're going through. You know, I don't say the word, but I'm always say, protect yourselves and your families. Son, you ready to get things started? I see you got your Buffalo gear on. Is that a Buffalo Cup too?
Of course. Full fan of though. Big game tomorrow.
Yeah. It don't mean nothing though. Y'all gonna win the East. They gonna win the West, and y'all probably play each other.
In
the conference championship game.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think they're gonna. What y'all sitting at? What, 2 losses right now?
Yeah, 8-2. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see them losing 2. So anyway. Y'all know what's first on the agenda? It's called the All-In State of the Union, brought to you by the best is, the best that was, the best that ever done it. Y'all heard him early. He sound a little tired, so give him a little leeway today. Big dog, what's going on?
Conor McGregor denied in a Dublin court on Wednesday that he sexually assaulted a woman in 2018. A civil case brought against him and another man was full of lies, according to Conor McGregor. How you feel?
I mean, he's not going to admit to what he did. I mean, you know.
Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavea is suing the NCAA for his eligibility. Basically, he did 2 years of JUCO, which shouldn't count, you know, but it counted holding against him because he wanted to apply for his 5th year eligibility or 6-year eligibility. How you feel?
6 years? I thought JUCO does count.
They shouldn't count. Like,
Man, come on, man. And who is this guy?
Level. Huh?
Who is this guy? Joe Montana's son or something? If he ain't Joe Montana's son.
This dude to beat Alabama. Vanderbilt quarterback to beat Alabama. Okay. Bears fired offensive coordinator this week. How you feel? And let Nate Davis go, the offensive guard. How you feel?
Head coach should be fired.
Yeah, your boys got benched this week. Joe Flacco to the bench. Anthony Richardson back at quarterback.
All right.
6 turnovers in 4 games. That's why.
Maybe. Man, 88. What is he? 83 years old? Joe Flacco?
Well, Browns coach Kevin Stefanski said Wednesday that offensive tackle Jared Willis Jr. comments was not business decision like. He said he made a business decision not playing last week. How you feel?
Hey, these players are their own business, so.
NFL said no. And the Houston Cougars said yes. We're wearing a throwback Houston-like old uniforms. How you feel?
Love it.
Dennis Allen has been fired twice with Derek Carr as his quarterback. Once in Vegas, once in New Orleans now. Both times Derek Carr was his quarterback. How you feel?
Go for 3, man. Go somewhere else and get fired again.
You're flying to Houston to play the number 2 team in the nation in college basketball, Auburn. Then you started fighting, and the plane turns around, go back to Alabama, and say, get off the plane, you come back another day. How you feel?
Damn.
Teammates fighting on the plane.
That's fun.
Already big upset in college basketball, the Ice. One of my favorite schools I love to say. They peed all over the University of Butler. That's right, Austin peed all over the University of Butler and beat them this weekend, this last week. How you feel?
Austin P. Don't get no better.
Georgia's NASCAR team among two denied charter and suit and lawsuit amid a lawsuit. A federal judge on Friday denied motion to two NASCAR teams, one owned by NBA Hall of Famer Michael Jordan. How you feel?
Know much about that. So
I'm about to announce to you the USFL's best in the NFL players of all time in every position. Quarterback Jim Kelly, Houston Gamblers. Gary Anderson, running back, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I saw that, Brian. Herschel Walker, New Jersey Generals. Gary Clark, Jacksonville Bulls. Anthony Carter, Michigan Panthers. Dan Ross, Portland Breakers. Irv Eatman, Baltimore Sun. Gary Zinnemann, Los Angeles Express. Bart Oates, Baltimore Stars. Mike Atkinson, Los Angeles Express. Chris Godfrey, guard, Michigan Panthers. Defense, Sam Clancy, Pittsburgh Maulers. Bob Cosby, Jacksonville Bulls. Reggie White, Memphis Showboats. Keith Millard, Jacksonville Bulls. David Howard, linebackers, LA Express. Gary Plummer, Oakland Invaders. Sam Mills, Philadelphia Stars. James Harrell, Tampa Bay Bandits. Frank Minifield, Chicago Blitz. Leonard Coleman, Memphis Showboats. Burt Clark, safety, Tampa Bay Bandits. Antonio Gibson, Baltimore Stars. Kicker, Scott Norwood, Birmingham Stallions. Sean Landetta, Baltimore Stars. And Gary McNeil, kick returner, Houston Gamblers. Those are the best of 1983 to 85 to play in the NFL, the Ice.
Those are there's only one debatable about that.
What?
And Brian might get mad when I say that, Jim Kelly. It could be argued that Steve Young.
No, I said in the USFL. Not
he played in the USFL.
You cannot argue. Jim Kelly in 1984 set that football record, not the NFL record, Lee Ice. Football record with 54 touchdown passes with the Houston Gamblers. Take us a commercial break. Ain't nothing to talk about. Who you gonna say? Steve Young? No,
I said only one, and it's and you cleared it up. So you won the argument.
No. Who?
Steve Young. Yeah, I was gonna say Steve Young.
Steve Young ain't in the top 5 USFL quarterback, Lee Ice. Bobby Hebert was better. Huh?
Just based on what they did in the USFL, yeah.
USFL and NFL combined, right?
No, it was just USFL only.
Okay. All right. I stand to be corrected. All right, hey man, great segue, because when we come back, we talking about Hall of Famers. So when we come back, we're gonna talk about the new Hall of Fame nominees. Brian gonna tell me who we think should get in and not get in, and I'm gonna tell you who should and who should have been in. All of that and more on All In Sports, y'all. We be right.
The Ultimate Warrior seems to be in a rage, confused and disillusioned about where he can find the Macho King. But realistically, Ultimate Warrior, do you really want to find the Macho King?
Leox,
Yo,
find the Macho King.
the Macho King. Yeah, he had who he beat for that? Haku? I think it was Haku.
Jim Duggan.
Jim Duggan. Who was the first king? It was Haku, right?
Well, Haku got it from Harley Race and then back and back, but then Duggan beat Haku and he beat Duggan.
Oh, okay. Man, Haku, Duggan had that crown.
Yeah, for a little bit, and then but he didn't really do it as a gimmick. And then so when Savage beat him, they made it this huge Macho King.
Best thing is when Bobby Heenan called him Hacksaw Jim Dummy. Talking about Hall of Fame quarterbacks before we went to the break. And speaking of the Hall of Fame, they have announced their 2025 nominees. And Brian, we're going to go through position. And I'm going to ask you what you think. And I'm going to tell you what I think. Because we're going to do the recent. And then I'm going to tell you who should get in there before. Well, who's been waiting. Okay, we're going to start at quarterback. Most notably, Eli Manning and Steve McNair. What you think?
And so I saw that of the 11, I think it was 11 quarterbacks, that only 2 went to the next round. I don't like McNair going above McNabb. I don't.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. But no. I guess because he was an MVP, probably.
Wasn't he co-MVP though? I mean, it wasn't.
But I mean, that's the only thing that can justify it, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think Eli will. I don't know if he'd be first ballot this year, but it's hard. I mean, the only guy to beat Brady, he's got 2 Super Bowls. I don't know how he's not going to not go.
He's a Hall of Famer, man.
Yeah.
He's definitely a Hall of Famer. I mean, like you say, he beat the undefeated New England Patriots. Beat Brady.
Twice.
Twice, not once but twice. Showed y'all it wasn't a fluke. In his 2 playoff runs, his numbers are incredible, man. But I agree with you. I don't understand how they put Steve McNair over Donovan McNabb at all. The senior nominees, I mean, they had Ken Anderson. I don't know if you old enough to remember him.
The Bengals, yeah.
He was a very consistent quarterback. He didn't throw the ball deep. But his completion percentage, he was, I think, the first quarterback to complete 70% in 1 year. And the other one is Jim Plunkett, who I think should be in there.
Yeah, he's got 2. Yeah, but his career is so.
Yeah, but he has more interceptions than touchdowns.
Yeah.
So we agree on Eli. We agree on McNair.
Yeah.
Do you agree Plunkett should get in?
Yeah, isn't it, besides the interception thing, isn't it a similar career to Warner? Kind of something like that?
Huh?
Isn't Plunkett's kind of similar to Kurt Warner a little bit?
Not really. I mean, when Plunkett came out, he was the number 1 pick in the draft. He started in New England. Didn't do too well there. Went to San Fran. Didn't do nothing over there. And that's when they drafted Joe Montana.
Okay.
And then he actually went to the Raiders, and he was actually like just sitting there, and Dan Pastorini got hurt, and he came in and took him to the Super Bowl in 1980. That's the Jim Plunkett story.
Okay.
And then in '83, took him there again against my squad.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to running backs. They got Sean Alexander, Tiki Barber, Eddie George, Marshawn Lynch, Fred Taylor, and Ricky Waters. Now, Ricky Waters should have been in the Hall of Fame. Okay? Should have been in the Hall of Fame. Only running back to have 1,000 yards with 3 different teams. Super Bowl champion with the 49ers. Me, personally, I don't think Sean Alexander. I don't think Tiki Barber. I don't think Eddie George. I don't think Marshawn Lynch should go before these 2 that's on the senior. Otis Anderson and Roger Craig. What you think?
Yeah, Roger Craig has been on so many top tens of guys that aren't in the Hall of Fame. He's like the guy from that San Francisco team that's not there, and this is every
You know
year.
what he was? He was Thurman Thomas.
Yeah, but
He was
Thurman's in.
Thurman Thomas.
Yeah,
He was Thurman Thomas. So don't put none of them guys in until you put Roger in and put Ricky Waters in. That's how I feel.
so what do you think about?
Otis Anderson, I think, deserves to be in too now.
So what do you think about Waters? Why is the reason that he just hasn't made it yet?
I just think they didn't like him. The press didn't like him.
Is that what it was?
Because he talked a lot.
Okay.
And I think Otis Anderson deserved to be in there too. Before he went to the Giants and won 2 Super Bowls, he was a man in St. Louis, but the Cardinals didn't win, so maybe that's it.
Otis, yeah, he's got the MVP over Thurman in the Giants Super Bowl because field goal, yeah.
All right, let's go wide receivers. They got Anquan Bolden, Torrey Holt, Jimmy Smith, Steve Smith Sr., Hines Ward, and Reggie Wayne. Again, I don't think none of them should go before this man, Sterling Sharp, goes.
But the career was short, though, right? It was
short, but so was Terrell Davis.
Yeah.
Dale Sayers. So Sterling Sharp was the best. It was Jerry Rice and Sterling Sharp, and they were like this. Okay, believe me when I tell you, they were both like this. And then Sterling Sharp got hurt.
Yeah.
But they both got to go in. Another Otis Taylor. I seen highlights of him, and I seen his stats. I think they should put him in because of his AFL stats. And Kansas City was a great team back then. But the receivers it's just too much of a log jam, because all they do is throw the ball now. So
Yeah. I think Reggie will get in, but maybe not this year. But I think he'll get it soon.
Reggie Wayne,
Yeah.
he get in because of Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
But Steve Smith Sr., I don't understand now. He's not a Hall of Fame. Jimmy Smith, I kind of feel for because he started off with the expansion team and put him on the map. So tight ends, they got Ben Coates and Antonio Gates.
Probably not.
Neither one moved the needle. I mean, They was all right, but they didn't have that significant, you know what I'm saying? Like Gronk, or somebody like that. Offensive lineman, I just leave that up to them. Jeff Saturday, Richard Webb, Eric Williams, they top the list.
Yeah.
All 3 of them get in. I can see that, but again, Joe Jacoby's not in there. And
I saw that he was on the other list. Yeah.
That was the toughest guy he went against. If Lawrence Taylor says that's the toughest guy he's been in, put the man in the Hall of Fame, man.
Yeah, my stepfather, not my real father, my stepfather, he's been talking about Joe Jacoby going in for like 20 years. Like, it drives him crazy.
I don't understand how they put Grimm in there and not Jacoby.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't. Okay. That's the offense. Let's go defensive line. I highlighted Jared Allen, Simeon Wright, Haloti Ngata, and Vince Wilfork. I like Vince Wilfork on that.
Jared Allen too. Yeah.
Jared Allen, he was a monster. But I think him using Pete. Yes, sir.
Was great.
Commercial, all right, y'all. We're going to go to a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to finish up the lineup in the different positions on who should and who shouldn't. And then we're going to get to the coaches, too. I got a lot to say about the coaches. You know I always do. You're watching All In Sports with Brian, my son, the big dog, and Lee Ice. We're going to be right back.
excited. Cowboys gonna go back to the Super Bowl. We ain't going no damn where. I've been humble. First quarter, Derek Carr was 4 for 4. I thought he was Big Dave from Wendy's. 4 for 4, 135 yards. First motherfucking quarter. They came out and gave it to us early with no grease. I'm betting everybody I know. I done lost $3,500. I got my phone out though. It's some do not disturb. Don't call me. Don't text me. I don't want to talk right now. When did Derek Carr get this damn good? It's what I want to know. Derek Carr own daddy don't even recognize him out there. That's how good Derek Carr playing. Oh, Clay. Who is this nigga? I thought Dallas had a defense. I thought it stood for Big D. It stood for Big Duke. Michael Parsons, you want the new contract. You won't get it. They showing the defensive coordinator. Yeah, go and show his motherfucking face. Running that trash ass on his defense. Derek Carr was eating it up.
Nice. You know what that is?
Yeah.
That's Bubba.
Yeah.
On the Bubba Trash Show. Now, speaking of trash, Lee Ice, the fight was trash, but I got a bigger problem with that than the fight last night between Logan Paul and Mike Tyson. Netflix. I do not know how y'all think y'all gonna do sports and you got buffing every 5 minutes. Everybody, if you go on Facebook and look at people that comment, I think it's over 1.2 million people that commented on Netflix thing last night. I don't know how you do football games on Christmas if you got this many problems.
That was an embarrassment.
It's terrible display of production last night by Netflix.
Hey, that's the future. That streaming crap, man. That streaming, they need to get that shit fixed right away.
Well, Amazon do it fine. Why can't they do it fine?
Amazon don't be good all the time.
My Amazon always good.
Not mine.
Last night, Netflix was trash. Bye.
All right, man. Let's get back to this Hall of Fame nominees list. We left off at the D line. You said Jared Allen.
Yeah.
And, I think Vince Wilfork definitely for the big dudes. Jared Allen I can see, but I don't think he might not get in because he got busted with PEDs. Simeon Rice and Haloti Ngata. I guess Ngata, I don't know, for another big guy. But on the senior, they got Ed Too Tall Jones and Harvey Martin. I think Harvey Martin before Ed Too Tall Jones, even though Ed Too Tall Jones is more popular, obviously for the name, but Harvey Martin had a lot of sacks. He had multiple 20-sack seasons. People don't know that before they was keeping his stats. So,
right.
But I think what's keeping them from getting in, because Randy White got in, and it's hard to put 3 defensive linemen off of one team in the Hall of Fame. I think that's why they not getting in. Maybe that's why Jacoby's not getting in, because of Russ Grimm getting in.
That shouldn't matter. You're Hall of Fame, you're Hall of Fame.
What you say?
Because that shouldn't matter. If you're a Hall of Famer, you're a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, you're a Hall of Famer. Let's move to the linebackers. Yeah. James Harrison. Okay. This one is a joke to me, even though I am a Washington fan. I hate when people say London Fletcher is a Hall of Famer. No, he's not.
Oh, okay.
Your boy, Biscuit Cornelius Bennett. If you had to pick, you think any of them deserve it?
I mean, I'm not going to just say Bennett because I kind of think Darryl Talley as a linebacker for the Bills maybe should have been over Bennett. I was actually surprised to see Bennett's name. I mean, he was really good, but he was a first-round pick. Well, he was the first pick of the draft, I think, or a high pick for the Colts that we got in a trade. And he played well.
Like I think it was a third pick or something. He was a high pick.
And he played good, but he was part of the machine with, Talley and Smith and all that. But, yeah, I would have thought Darryl Talley over Bennett. But I'm curious to see about what you don't like Fletcher. Or not you don't like him, but no?
He just played a long time. I hate when they try to compare him to Ray Lewis.
Oh, he's not Ray Lewis.
Nobody game plan for London Fletcher, okay?
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody. That's how you could tell if you're a Hall of Famer. If they like, oh, we got to run away from this dude. No, nobody game plan for London Fletcher.
He was a really good player. If all-time Hall of Famer, yeah, probably not.
You just said he was a really good player. That's it.
What about Terrell Suggs?
who played a long time and didn't miss game. You know.
Suggs, you think?
But they had Luke Kuechly and Terrell Suggs.
Yeah.
Kuechly definitely. Suggs, because of Ray Lewis, he might not get in. You know what I mean?
Right.
He might not get in. All right, let's go to the defensive backs. They got Eric Allen, Earl Thomas, Cam Chancellor, Troy Vincent, Rodney Harrison, Darren Woodson. Out of this, I got 2. Rodney Harrison, and Darren Woodson. The other 4, I mean, what you think?
I agree with you. Yeah, I don't have much.
I say Rob. Darren Woodson definitely should be in. I don't know what's keeping him out because who else was on that Dallas defense? It was Charles Haley. I think he's the only other one that's in there. I mean, Dion, but Dion was only there for 1. You know? Woodson was there for the back-to-back. I think he deserves to get in there. Rodney Harrison went from San Diego to New England. I mean, it carried over. Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas, they button heads. So Eric Allen for the Eagles, he was solid. I think he was a Raider for a while. Troy Vincent, I remember him as an Eagle. They were just solid. I don't think they were Hall of Famers. Now, on the senior, Everson Walls got a lot of interceptions. But this cornerback, I'm going to say, when I tell people this, they look at me like, what? But if you look at his stats and you go back, look at that, you do your research on this guy. This was the first Deion Sanders, Lamar Parrish. He was returning kickoffs and getting a lot of punts and stuff. I think Lamar Parrish should have been in, but I think he had a lot of drug issues, so maybe that's keeping him. Yeah. All right. Special teams, Gary Anderson, Brian Mitchell, Adam Vinatieri. Adam Vinatieri is going to get in because he was a Patriot. I guess Brian Mitchell gets in now that the guy from Chicago put it out there for him to get in. So I don't have no problem with Brian Mitchell. Gary Anderson, he blew it. It was 1999. No, that was 98.
Yeah, the Vikings.
Yeah, he blew it. But to me, they call me biased. Mark Moses should be in there. The only kicker to win the MVP.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to the coaches. Tom Coughlin, Jeff Fisher, Mike Holmgren, Chuck Knox, Richie Pettibone, Dan Reeves, Marty Schottenheimer, George Seifert, and Mike Shanahan. I say Coughlin, definitely. Holmgren, definitely. Chuck Knox and Dan Reeves, they should have been in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Dan Reeves.
Dan Reeves put 2 teams to the Super Bowl. No, he didn't win it. You know about that. Your coach knows about that. Chuck Knox, he was great coach for the Rams in the 70s. Left there, went to Buffalo. Took them to the playoffs. Left there, went to Seattle. Seattle had never been in the playoffs. He got them in the playoffs. I don't know why they're keeping that man. So Knox and Reeves definitely should have been in by now. What you think?
What do you think about Shanahan? He's got no. Just give it to Elway. It's not going to give him the credit.
Yep.
Is it just because of the Washington stuff? Does that hurt him?
Yeah, he because he had a chance to go, just like Chuck Knox and Dan Reeves. They went to other teams like Marty Schottenheimer, and they still won. He came to Washington, and it was full of excuses of why he couldn't win. You know, he want to throw RG3 under the bus and do all. I never liked Shanahan. Then he wasn't good with the Raiders either.
Right.
Now, George Seifert, that's a funny one. Because he was 98-30 with the 49ers in 2 Super Bowls. But then when he went to Seattle, he was 16-32.
Right.
So I don't know about what you think about that.
Yeah. I mean, and same thing with Schottenheimer. Like, he never won when it mattered, like, ever. So, yeah.
I think Marty's Hall of Fame coach. I think.
Lee Ice.
Although he never got to the big one though.
Lee
Yeah.
Ice.
Time
Time to go.
It's time to go, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. It's time to go. Well, we hope y'all enjoyed our show again. And Brian, you can stay up late tonight. You can stay up past your curfew.
Oh, good, because I was going to ask you if I could watch the John Jones fight tonight, so I'm so glad you said that. Thank you.
Stay up past your curfew.
I appreciate
We
it.
leave you like we always leave you. Whether you like it or don't like it, learn to love it. It's the best thing going. For the big dog, for my son Brian, and it's your boy. We'll see y'all next week.